welcome to Sports Center at Home with me. It's that time of the day where we dissect, digest, and delve deep into sporting issues in Ghana and around the world. My name is James OHENBA MCKWEON, and I'll be your host from now to when the show ends. The show is a packed one today, as we all know. Arsenal are the winners of the Emirates FA Cup this season. Yes, they beat Chelsea by 2-1 goals by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, ensured that Arsenal, the Gunners, won their 14th FA Cup title in their history, making them the highest winning team of the MTN FA Cup. Now, in Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton also won the British Grand Prix the 7th time in his career. He ended it in ground style, and thumbs up to Lewis Hamilton. But today we'll be doing transfers. Yes, a lot of transfers. Some of it have happened and some of it are yet to happen. Some of it are still in the rumor books of the big transfer. How do I even say, the big transfer people? Yes, the newspapers and all this. So we are going to discuss that today. Some of the transfers have already happened. We're talking about the likes of Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner moving from Ajax and also RB Leipzig respectively to Chelsea. There are so many rumors going on. Kai Havertz and the rest. So we'll be looking at all these transfers, the ones that are yet to happen, the ones that have already happened. How are they going to fit into their respective teams? The teams that they've left, how are they going to cope with it? How are they going to find their replacements? And are they perfect for the team that they've joined? Yes, so that's what we'll be discussing today. So my guest will be joining me on the show today. But before we continue, subscribe to this channel. The channel is fast lane, and also share it with your friends on all your social media platforms. We'll go for a breather. When we come back, my guest deals with the issue. Stay tuned.
John Cancel for Ghana with what in all likelihood will be the last kick of the match. Here we go. Boateng's there. Keeper's lost it. Appy is there. Blocked on the line. Blocked on the line again. Has it gone in? Flag goes up. And the officials are going to have to step in here. Well, it's a red card. It's been blocked on the line. Does this mean Ghana have got a penalty with the last kick of the game? Oh, I do not believe it.
Oh, cross comes in, it's flicked on by Kevin Prince Boateng. I think John Mensah's there in there. Appy has the shot, it's blocked. I think it's this one here that goes on to handball. Absolutely right, the assistant and the referee got it spot on. It didn't cross the line, but it's a clear handball.
What a moment for Asamoah Gyan, what pressure on those shoulders. Suarez leaves the field in tears. Asamoah Gyan for Ghana. Oh, and he's missed. Oh, I cannot believe it. And it was the last kick of the game. And Asamoah Gyan cannot finish Uruguay off. It's 1-1 and we are headed for penalty kicks.
Hello, welcome back from the breather. You're still watching Sports Center at Home with me, James OHENBA MCKWEON. It's time for the discussion, and as I said earlier, we'll be doing transfers today. Now, this is what we'll be discussing today. Now, it's like a freestyle analysis of whatever transfer our guest seems deemed to analyze from any team, from any league. So that's what we are going to do today. But I'm sure they are going to talk about, I'd like them to talk about that of Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, that of Kai Havertz, at least bring in some Ghanaian transfer news. Yes, and analyze it, how it's going to help the players themselves, how it's going to help the team they are moving to. Should some players be moving or they shouldn't be moving? We'll be discussing all of these things. So, I have with me Safu Emmanuel, our usual suspect here, and also I have Abdul Karim Benin with me today to do the analysis. So, guys, over to you and do the analysis. Do justice to it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so James, to begin with, I want to start from Europe before I will end here in Ghana. So starting from Europe, I want to talk about Timo Werner's move from RB Leipzig to Chelsea. Considering this 53 million euro deal, I think it's a fair deal for both sides because Timo Werner is a very good striker, and Chelsea have to sign strikers to get or to be dangerous in front of goal. Because Chelsea current season were struggling even for top 4 spots, and you could see it affected them in so many ways. They couldn't rely on Tammy Abraham, who was able to grab some amount of goals earlier in the league. They had the first half of the season, but at the latter part, he didn't meet his expectations with Giroud stepping up, even though he also didn't grab a lot of goals for them. So I think they bringing in Timo Werner is good to strengthen up their squad. And Timo Werner leaving RB Leipzig, I think it's going to affect RB Leipzig in a negative way, because teaming up Timo Werner with the likes of Cedric Nkunku, Christopher Nkunku, you could see their chemistry was very good, because just ended season it was Christopher Nkunku who provided most assists for Timo Werner, and you could see it will affect the style of play of RB Leipzig. But they have the likes of Marcel Sabitzer to fill in the gaps, and they are going to grab in come back again as a team, and then also gel up and also get another striker, because in Germany it's easy to find clubs like Dortmund, Leipzig, Leverkusen. They are easy to find potential players for market. So in the next 2-3 years, they will also get another player, and that very player is going to be a very good and a top hit in Europe's transfer market. So I think it's a fair deal for both sides. Also talking about Moroccan Hakim Ziyech, also moving that way back in January. He signed in for Chelsea for a move of 40 million euro. I think it was a fair deal also, because a club like Ajax Amsterdam is a club who in recent times, is full of producing, it's fond of producing players just for sales, just for money. The likes of Frankie de Jong leaving to Barcelona for over 80 million euro. You could see they are making a lot of cash over there. Yeah, so I think it's a very fair deal for both sides, and Ajax is going to make a lot of money, even though they have been planning to sell Van de Beek, and also he also cost not less than 40 million euro, and they are going to cash in all on these players, and they are going to get money. Even the likes of Tagliafico is also a potential move away from Ajax Amsterdam. So I think they are making good business with the academy staff, especially teams in Netherlands are also making good cash when it comes to producing academy players for sales. Also moving to potential deals like Kai Havertz moving from Bayer for Leverkusen to the English capital, that's London, and also Chelsea. I think Kai Havertz just have 2 years left on his contract, and Chelsea are willing to sign him, but Leverkusen are also willing to let him go for nothing less than 90 million euro. And I think, to me, it's not a fair deal. A player like Kai Havertz is just like Mason Mount, and I think a very fair deal for both sides will be around in the region of 50 million pounds, or I think that would be a very fair deal for both sides. So I think in the just coming days, I think Chelsea are going to trigger out something and get the services of Kai Havertz, which also will affect Leverkusen. But I know Leverkusen will fill in the gaps in a very short time, because I trust the German guys. Also talking about Jadon Sancho moving from Borussia Dortmund to Manchester United, I think for this very summer it's going to be a done deal, because we can't wait anymore to see Jadon Sancho playing in the red jersey. United having the likes of Martial, Rashford, Mason Greenwood all in the flanks, but currently it's Rashford and Mason Greenwood in the flank. I think they are going to grab the service of Jadon Sancho also. So with their potential formation, I think Mason Greenwood is going to start from the bench, or maybe there could be a rotation plan for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I think a fair deal of around the region of around 90 million pounds would be very good for Manchester United to grab the services of Jadon Sancho. Also moving to in Ghana, I think like Ghanaian players, I want to start with Thomas Partey. His potential move to Arsenal in the region around 50 million euro, which Atletico Madrid said they will only allow Thomas Partey to leave the Spanish capital only if a team is to be able to trigger his release clause. Arsenal also launched a bid of 25 million euro plus Guendouzi, but this bid was rejected by Atletico Madrid. So I think Arsenal in the coming days should try and then add. They can cash in on Guendouzi, then go in for Thomas Partey. They also want to sign Real Madrid's ace Dani Ceballos, who is also willing to play for Madrid, and I think he also willing to play for Madrid. It's something for another day, because currently in the Madrid squad they have a lot of players filling in his gap. So I think Arsenal can take this very opportunity not to loan him but to sign him on a permanent basis for nothing less than 40 million euro, and I think it's going to be a very fair deal for Los Blancos and the Gunners. So I think they should try and sign then Danny Ceballos too. So also talking about Thomas Partey, like I want to go back and talk about that one too again. I think Arsenal should just cash in on Guendouzi and then grant the services of Thomas Partey, because Thomas Partey in the midfield is a midfield dynamo, and he is going to make a lot of tackles for Arsenal. He's going to help Arsenal defensively and help Arsenal also to gel up and also play a very good football in terms of because their defense nowadays is very poor, and they need someone in the midfield to step up and then be a midfield rock with like the likes of Casemiro in Real Madrid and also N'Golo Kante in Chelsea. So I want to also talk about another potential transfer which I just read this morning, and it was Paris Saint-Germain launching a bid of 5 million euro to Swansea City to sign the Ghanaian captain, that's Andrew Morgan Dede Ayew. I think for Ghanaians it's a very good great news to us, because we want to see our players playing at the top flights or playing in Europe at the top leagues. So if Paris Saint-Germain wants to sign Dede Ayew, I think it's a hurrah and a plus for the Ghanaian players abroad. So I think it will be a very fair deal, and I want to see this deal coming to pass. That's the 5 million euro deal, bid launched to Swansea City to get the services of the Ghanaian skippers. I think me personally being a Ghanaian, I want this very deal to come on very successfully. So finally, I want to end with a deal being signed in Turkey. That's our very own Kevin Prince Boateng, who just ended his loan spell in Beşiktaş. Has signed a new 1-year deal with Fenerbahçe. That's just staying in the same Turkey, playing the Turkish top flight. That's the Turkish Super League. So it's very good signing for our very own Kevin Prince Boateng, also playing in Europe's top flights, and it will help GL Ghana players. I think we should reconsider and then bring him back to the Black Stars, because he is a very good player and also playing active football. I think Kevin Prince Boateng did a sport in the Black Stars. So
Hi, I start my analysis from Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. This transfer is highly possible. It only depends on the two parties agreeing a fee for the transfer to go on. And the latest is that Borussia Dortmund has issued an ultimatum to Manchester United to come into consensus with them by August 10th. So it's a matter of agreeing on a fee that will be paid on installment, and it will definitely benefit both parties. The Dortmund, they bought Sancho from Manchester City for just £10 million in 2017 and are now pricing him at 120 million euros. So definitely it's going to be a win for them. Selling a player during this COVID pandemic that has disrupted the finances of clubs, it's definitely not going to be an easy job. So them getting 120 million euros from Manchester United is something big. So it's a good deal for them, and if that is possible, it's going to benefit both sides. But looking at the impact Sancho will have in Manchester United, they are already having an Anthony Martial that has scored double figures this season. Marcus Rashford, the same thing. Their attack is going to be sharpened with an addition of Jadon Sancho to their attack, and they have a lot of options up front. Looking at Mason Greenwood, a revelation this season, what effect will that have on Dortmund? You see, they have consistently been grooming players and selling them out to these big teams for big fees. Looking at Ousmane Dembele, all those other stars, they have always groomed, bought them for lower prices. They have these good scouts that do the business for them. So it's definitely going to be a win-win for both situations if the transfer should fall through. And it is more beneficial to Manchester United than Dortmund. What will the transfer of Sancho to Man United happen to the ambitions of Borussia Dortmund trying to wrestle the trophy away from the Bayern Munich, winning it consistently for almost the past 7 seasons? They have consistently been winning it. It will definitely have a big toll on Borussia Dortmund than it will have on Manchester United. Though they are prepared, they want to compete effectively like they have been doing in the past. So Man United, if the transfer should happen, though they will purchase Sancho on a bigger transfer fee, it will benefit them than Dortmund. Kai Havertz, Bayern Munich again, poaching players away from the smaller teams in Germany. They have opted out of the race. That's the latest happening there, and definitely Chelsea is also played a couple of over 30 matches for Bayer Leverkusen, just 21 years, and he's a versatile player. He can play as a center forward, an attacking midfielder, a right winger, and Chelsea have all these players in their team already. It's a matter of having better alternatives on the bench. When they are bringing you in, they know they are bringing in somebody who can replace somebody like their new signings, Hakim Ziyech or Timo Werner. He's also a versatile player, and they are already having a certain Hudson-Odoi, Messi Mount, Christian Pulisic. Each of these clubs definitely mean business next season, waiting for the next season to start. They are all preparing. Each club doesn't want to be that low competitive. It means good for business, but certain leagues will be competitive and others will continue to lag behind. Like Dortmund, they will continue to lag behind Bayern Munich. They can't win the Bundesliga. If you continue to do this, definitely next season, should Erling Braut Haaland also function as he's doing like this, a bigger club will definitely go for him. Now talking about Timo Werner, he's already a Chelsea player. Chelsea are definitely gonna do better with all these signings. Lampard cannot afford to fail signing or giving the money to sign all these players. He was doing better already with players that are not that much skilled and have the power to compete with the rest of the Premier League clubs. He's definitely going to do better with all these signings. Talking about Partey, I've read news that he's going to decide on his future in this month. Partey, I don't think, on my own view, his move to Arsenal is going to be a nice one for his career. Arsenal are a Champions League team. Manchester United that's Atletico Madrid rather, pardon me. They are a Champions League team. They are going to compete in the next 3 seasons in the Champions League if nothing happens. And Arsenal, they are still in a building process. But he can opt to do the Yaya Toure style. When he was at Barcelona, he demanded a certain money that wasn't given him. Then when he went to the Premier League, he definitely excelled with City, and he's a legend there. Partey can also decide to go and be part of history Mikel Arteta is trying to make there. So the transfer business is hot. Though COVID, it wouldn't have been the way it is with COVID. Without COVID, the monies clubs will be churning out to buy players is definitely not going to be the same.